So for people that are looking for pretty much, the Windows experience without compromise, it is the Book Flex.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Pocketnow Weekly podcast, this special supercut that we are bringing to you here on the YouTube channel, courtesy of this interview we have with Hassan Anjum from Samsung. Now, I'm just chiming in here for the YouTube side. I want to encourage all of you to listen to the full 1-hour interview that we did with Hassan, as there are many more insights that we provide into the many different points that I touch upon here in this cut of the podcast. So enjoy this cut and then get on over to the actual podcast. Follow it, subscribe to it, listen to it. All the links for that are in the description below. Enjoy. We have a super special episode for you today, and you can tell because we actually have Jaime on deck today. The two of us are going to be here together because we're going to be interviewing a very special guest, Hassan Anjum, here today, and he is the director of product marketing from, I think, one of my favorite named divisions right now. It's called New Computing. That's just the coolest name ever.
Quick fact, actually, this will be my first ever podcast interview, so it's debuting right here.
All right.
Yeah, there you go. But then, I actually want to share a little background on the words new computing. The reason we call it that is because when we look at these two traditional separate categories, tablets and PCs, we look at them separately, but they actually overlap each other quite a bit. So, from a category consideration set, operating system, price points, function, they actually have a lot of similar elements. So, whether it's slates all the way to desktops or future ways of computing, we're calling it new computing. So the ability to compute your way.
So this means we can take advantage of that title, can't we? I mean, it is your first interview. I mean, we have to, break the mold.
I'm not prepared.
It's actually very apt because new computing is kind of the topic we have for today's show. It involves not only just the general idea of new computing, but a specific product, and that is the Samsung Galaxy Book Flex, which, if you haven't already seen it, I did review this laptop on Pocketnow recently, and Jaime now has it. He stole it from me.
Don't complain. Don't complain. I had to pull hierarchy here. There's nothing wrong with
indeed.
it.
Yeah, he pulled rank, and now he has this wonderful 2-in-1 convertible laptop. But of course, we are here to talk with Hassan. Hassan, welcome to the show.
All right, so Hassan is one of multiple personalities that we've been used to seeing at every Galaxy Unpacked. How does it feel? What's it like? I mean, I think it's amazing and it's awesome, but it's also daunting, at least in my perspective. You tell me.
Daunting. I didn't think about that one, but thanks for the pressure for the next one. It's fun, man. It also depends on the personality too, right? So I'm one of those that feeds off of the energy, I get, and in those moments, the amount of energy that's in there is it's insanity.
Do you miss the process? I mean, this is the new normal. I even want to ask you, what do you feel, new format, next Unpacked? What do you think is going to happen? I don't know. You know more than we do.
Yeah, man. I totally miss it. And the big thing about Unpacked has always been, it sounds whatever, but it's unpacking the story, right? So unpacking the story of what Samsung has been really working on, the why behind the product or the initiative. And we're obsessed with our consumers. So having an exciting moment to tell our consumers, that story is just what it's all really about. So, and because of that excitement, frankly, to answer your question, whatever format it ends up being, now or moving forward, it's always going to be about, that excitement.
How have you been sort of adapting to this new work from home culture and whatnot? Being from new computing, I imagine you have every tool imaginable needed to adapt to this new normal we have.
First of all, man, I'm prepared. I've got a stand-up desk. I'm sitting down right now though, so I feel like that's cheating. But it's an amazing stand-up desk, and I also got a treadmill that's right across me. And I've been mastering over the past 2 weeks on how to be on a treadmill and be in meetings as well. So
I can't just be in one place. I need to work from my desk at some point. Then it's the bedroom at some point. I want that liberty of this apartment complex has like a pool area. I like that liberty, and and I can't feel myself restrained, but I'm really curious as to what consumers are doing. Like, do you see, laptops being more predominant or PCs, desktops? What do you see?
No, that's a good point, and that's exactly it. People are working from home. Period. Years ago we were saying things like, you may recall, 50% of the workforce will be working remotely, and obviously with the current dynamics, there's a lot more than that. Actually, it's believe it or not, it's close to 70%. So I'd even argue the compromise that people are willing to give to their laptops or what's available out there actually reduces. So no compromises. So I want to be able to do whatever I want wherever I am, especially now at home.
My biggest problem is that computers in the past didn't age well. They did not. Like, you want to show your car off and you want it to be clean and you want it to look good and everything. And God, that was another one of the reasons why I would always be switching, man. I don't know about you, but that was me.
Meanwhile, I'm on a PC right now. This is my domain. And when it comes to a laptop, I make sure to get a certain laptop that has specifications that will allow me to keep using it even beyond the 1 year at a time mark that Jaime was saying, which is one of the reasons why I was so happy with the Book Flex. And again, I miss it, so the side eye to Jaime. But one of the reasons why...
Stop it.
is because what I loved was the addition of Thunderbolt ports. This was yet another little thing that differentiated my usage from Jaime's usage, just because I am a self-proclaimed gamer. So I have an eGPU that if I didn't have this PC right now, I would have hooked up to that Book Flex, to the monitor, and I would play my video games on Steam and all those other platforms.
When we make an ultimate product in a category, it's for a specific user, and the user we call them hyper user. And hyper user, and at Samsung we call them hyper user because they really demand the best. And what's unique about them is they don't really demand the best at a certain given moment, time of purchase or type of work I'm doing or where I am, location. They demand the best literally wherever they are. So whatever I'm doing, wherever I am, whatever task is at hand, I want the best tool to get my activity or work done.
I really want to learn more about the design language. I noticed this is not, I don't know if it's a renaissance or a change and evolution that you guys are doing in design. You're experimenting with new colors. I love this approach. I really do.
So what you're seeing is really simple, bold, and actually that includes color as well. So not only just the material, but the color.
Yeah. The feel of the Galaxy Book Flex definitely evokes that, I feel like. And it feels like there's not really much wasted space whatsoever, because everything is just so compact in and it's still a powerful laptop. But you did mention color, and I wanted to preface my upcoming question with a little bit of a story. I actually have a rare Galaxy Note 10. This is literally a Korean unit from Hong Kong that I paid him to get, shipping and all. And I was able to get my hands on it later on because this is just so nice. And yet with the Galaxy Book Flex, it is a great royal blue color, but I gotta ask, why only that? Were there any other colors that were considered?
We considered every single color in other categories. But I'm gonna throw it back to you. If you were doing the next Book Flex color, what color would it be?
If you found a way to make Aura Glow happen on a laptop, can you imagine? That would be so cool.
When I heard the spec sheet, it was another one of the things where I told Josh, all right, QLED, just send it over here. Just send it over here. I showed my son the other day. And he was like, whoa, that is bright. And the colors are just vibrant. And I feel that more computers need this because it's not just that, it's just the profile of the screen is so thin.
But what really makes QLED special is it's really the industry standard, to your point, into the TV category, right? For its ability to show true color volume, right? When we look at traditional or conventional laptops out there, what you're looking at really is about 50 to 70% of color volume. So not quite true to color volume, right? But then bringing a QLED standard color volume takes our laptop to that whole, earlier point about immersion to the next level. So that's what it really started with is, what is the conventional standard? This is what the 50 to 70% is there. What does the hyper user want? The hyper user wants reality, and that's what we said. We said we got to bring the best in class standard, not just from a laptop perspective, but from a all categories perspective, and that's how the QLED thinking started.
One thing that really stuck out to me when it comes to the Book Flex was how literally none of the features that you guys put into this laptop were too in my face. Like, it wasn't as if it was really trying to push everything at me, but it was all there. Like I was saying before, it was really fun to just discover something else every now and then. So as opposed to some other laptops where like it's like all over the body, there's stickers and there's always software popping up and whatnot. How did your collaboration with Microsoft sort of make that seamless transition happen, that seamless synergy happen?
Well, yeah, the sticker stuff brought me back, but yeah. So we've been partners with Microsoft really for a long time, of course. So, but what I want to emphasize is that last year Unpacked, Microsoft and Samsung took not only the Unpacked but also the Samsung Developer Conference. We took the partnership to a whole nother level with the announcement of the book family. And then to your point, the announcement of the Your Phone features, we're really integrating the services of connecting to your PC into the phone itself. So you're not, doing more, you're not adding barriers to entry to actually have that seamless experience between the two. And the way I would say that is the capabilities of Windows 10 and adding the seamlessness of, Your Phone being connected to your Galaxy phone is really a testament to that strong partnership and roadmap. And without saying anything more, I'm going to leave it at this: is there's more to come.
I do feel like we're going to push just a little bit more.
All right, I've got one last question. I've got the question that everybody wants me to ask, and I'm probably going to cross the line. I know that there's, I've done these interviews a few times, and it's usually the thing where people can't really say much. But all right, let me just show you this. This is a Samsung product right here that you know very well. You do know your Galaxy Z Flip. I tried your Galaxy Fold as well. If there is one form factor that should fold, it's a laptop. I mean, anything like...
Okay, well, I had a feeling this question was going to come up, and you guys are really taking advantage of the fact that I'm going to answer questions. So, yeah, well, let me think. Yeah, obviously.
Don't think. Don't worry about it.
Just say it. All right, okay. So to answer your question, definitely we're the capabilities there, right? So yes. So, but
look at this hinge. Look at this hinge.
Yeah,
it's designed to do this. Yeah. What does this remind you of?
If the user experience makes sense, we'll be ready.
It's not just about having a larger screen. That's great. That's fantastic. But if I can do something extra with my screen where the canvas actually becomes a necessity, that to me is the opportunity. And yeah, I mean, think about it. Why not?
We definitely are putting that in, and both of the partners, and Samsung is leading the charge because Samsung knows the Samsung consumer. We have to have that consumer thought in mind. Once we say, okay, this will solve that consumer pain point, and the user experience makes sense, we'll be ready to announce something.
To enjoy even more insights on not just the Samsung Galaxy Book Flex, but also Samsung's partnership with Microsoft, make sure you head to the links in the description to listen to the full hour-long interview podcast with Hassan Anjum. Many thanks to him and Samsung once again for being on the show, and we are going to go ahead and call it on this one. Thank you so much for watching this highlight reel of the podcast. Make sure you listen to the full episode, and we will see you in our next episode.